Peace, 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 peace. How's everybody doing out there? Y'all already know. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. How we doing out there? Y'all already know what time it is. The Bitcoin Block Bully coming to you once again with an early rising show of coffee and crypto. Shout out to the early birds in the building. Big shout out to the early birds. How we feeling out there? How we feeling out there? Streaming live right now via YouTube as well as Instagram. I appreciate everybody that's tuning in and tapping in. For those that are tuning in on YouTube right now, if you can, please let me know how the volume is coming through. What's going on, broski? Hey, you got my contact. Go ahead and text me. You got my contact, bro. Let's tap in. Let's tap in. But I appreciate everybody that's tuning in and tapping in right now. Yeah, tap in with me, broski. We can definitely connect. Okay, volume is great. Okay, perfect, 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 perfect. I know in the past the volume hasn't been that good. Um, okay, no doubt. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. As of right now, we've had a lot. This has been an interesting week for those that are in the crypto space. Very, very, very interesting week for those in the crypto space. Big shout out to UK London. In fact, let's real quick, just so I can know where individuals are checking in, tapping in, tuning in from. Let's do a quick roll call. It's going to be a nice, straight to the point, quick show today. But I do want to see where people are tapping in from. So let's do a quick roll call real quick. Let me see where you're tuning in and tapping in from. Let me see where you're tuning in and tapping in from. I already know we got United Kingdom, London in the building. We got the UK in the building. We got Alabama in the house. Decatur, Georgia's in the building. St. Louis is in the building. Houston is in the building. We got Richmond, Virginia in the building. Maryland in the building. Tennessee is in the building. Chi-Town is in the building. Detroit, Somerville, South Carolina is in the building. Family, if you can, share this out. Share this out to your family and friends. Share this out to your family and friends if you can. Okay, let people know that we are live. Let them know that, that if they can, they should tap in. Get them on the line. Get them on the line. Let me see. I'm trying to see now. Who all I can tap in with. Hold on. Just seeing who all I can get over here. There we go. We got DC in the building. South Jersey's in the building. We got Harlem, New York is in the building. We got Toronto in the building. Puerto Rico is in the building. Another brother from Toronto or sister. Norfolk, Virginia in the building. Yeah, I actually used to kick it out there in Portsmouth, Virginia. Years ago. Portsmouth. Augusta, Georgia's in the building. Just doing the roll calls, trying to see where everybody tuning in and tapping in from. I appreciate everybody that is tuned in, tapping in, and ready to take notes for the early rising show of coffee and crypto. How's everybody doing? Real quick, as we can see prices, right? Bitcoin seeing a very, very volatile week. We got Mexico in the building. Big shout out. What's going on? I appreciate that. Fayetteville, Georgia's in the building. Chi-Town's in the building. Atlanta is in the building. Peace, peace, peace. Houston is in the building. Chicago Crypto Hustler on YouTube. Human NFT. I've been getting everything you've been sending me. I gotta find the account. I'm gonna send you that information for the OpenSea link. You should be able to go on OpenSea and look it up though. Look up Human NFT. See if it pops up. I haven't had time to yet, but we're gonna get on that later on today. Durham, North Carolina's in the building. Yeah, P-Town. Yep, I used to be out there in P-Town. Back then, they had took a liking to me and my cousins and them. Just from the gang standpoint, they had never really seen vice lords and stuff like that. So it was real interesting. We was around a bunch of bloods for the most part. But that was like damn near 20 years ago. In fact, you know when it was? You know when that was? When I was out there in VA? Because I remember it was my first time going to a club, because I was still underage. It was my first time going to the club, but not underage like that, but Nuck If You Buck was out. And I remember us going to the club and smoking perp in the club back when we was in Portsmouth. We was at Virginia Beach or something. First time I ever seen the no cussing zone as well when I was out there in Virginia. First time I ever seen the no cussing zone. But yeah, as of right now, California's in the building. Peace. As of right now, we can see that things are back in the green, not where they used to be. Hopefully you're not the one that's buying the green. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you're not the one that's buying the green. Hopefully you were the one that was buying the red, and now you're able to profit off of the green. And I'm hoping that everybody out there has kind of found their niche, their swing, the way these cycles move, and you're not buying the tops and selling the bottoms over and over and over and over again. I like to think that I am human NFT. I actually like to think that I am. But we got a lot going on. We got a lot going on. A couple of days ago, Trump tweeted. Let me actually pull that up. Trump tweet. What are we looking for? Reserve. Right. In fact, you know what? I don't think it was a tweet. I think it was on his social website. But anyways, Trump came out and said that he was creating a crypto reserve, and he named Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano for the strategic reserve. Right now, from that pump, let's just go break it down a little bit. You had what is actually called a double tweezer top, right? This candlestick right here was predicated off of that pump. This candlestick right here was directly following the pump. And this is why you never, like I tell y'all all the time, don't try to jump on a moving train, Joe. If you didn't catch this down when it was at its worst, because you're the type that buys when nobody's buying and sells when everybody is buying, remember, that should be a way that you move, right? Well, let me not say that. Let me put this out there first and foremost. This is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. Please don't take this as any type of financial advice. These are my opinions and my opinions alone. Any and everything that I'm telling y'all could be 100% wrong. So always go do your own due diligence. All right? Always go do your own due diligence, please. There we go. So yeah, with that being said, you had the initial pump, you had the following dump. Now the thing about the dump, right, is that you didn't get follow through to the downside, right? You didn't get that follow through, right? The bulls quickly came in, sucked up the liquidity, and now you're seeing a slight reversal, which could lead to higher prices if we're able to take out these previous highs, right? And these previous moving averages here. First and foremost, at least on the daily, we're looking to come in contact with the 20-day exponential moving average. But what does all this mean for the rest of the market, right? Let's take a look first at Bitcoin, then we're going to get into some charts. Let's first take a look at Bitcoin here. Let me find a nice butt naked screen real quick. Get everything off of here. Now, what I like to do when it's high volatility is break it down on lower time frames. So in this sense, what I'm going to do is break it down and take a look at it from a perspective of the 4-hour. But you know what I also want to take a look at real quick? Hold on, let me take a look at something real quick. I do want to take a look at the moon phases and see where we're at, with the moon phases right now. So hold on, give me 1 second. Let me take a look real quick. And let's see, let's put our EMAs back on. Let's take a look at the moon phases. Yeah, so we just had a bull moon. I love this beat. So we are actually in store for another bear moon coming, right? And what I'm looking at right now, with the most recent price action, in my humble opinion, right, is synonymous with a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. To whereas we have Trump's crypto summit coming up on March 7th. So what you're probably going to see is a lot of volatility going into March 7th. Individuals buying, looking for whatever's going to come out of that crypto summit. And initially, what you can probably see is a sell-off after either the day of or the day after, right? That's kind of what I'm looking at the possibility of being within this most recent price action that we're seeing. Okay? Once again, these are just my opinions. Right? But until we're able to crack back above the moving averages and take out this consolidation high right here at about 99,500, roughly 100K, no cigar. Right? Now, if we're looking at this from a standpoint utilizing Fibonacci, what I do like and what I could stand on from a technical standpoint, right? From a technical standpoint, what I guess I could stand on is the fact that we cracked inside of the golden ratio. And on the breakdown, right? Let's just get rid of all the noise. You was able to hold that 23.6% retracement level. You see that? Right? These are the things that we look for often. Let me just give you another view. Take those wicks away. And you see that close? You never broke back below that support level. Never broke that back down that support level. Peace, peace, peace. What's going on, big homie? How goes the day? How goes the day? Wealthy rising to you. So now, what my thought process is, right? And this is just me. This is just me right now, right? This is what I'm looking at from a technical standpoint. Once again, I'm only looking at a 4-hour time chart. But hold on, I'll let this break down. Hey, if you come from that era, that sampling era, especially that yay, that dipset, that those samples, like that sample damn that make me cry. I ain't gonna let that breakdown. That shit's just so, I don't know, taps into something on my inside. But anyways, what I'm looking at here on the basis of a 4-hour with Bitcoin, right? If we're looking for any type of continuation move to the upside, the lowest I'd be looking for as far as a hold position would be about 85,500, right? Anything holding above there, in my humble opinion, for a buy the rumors, sell the news type of event, right? Buy the rumors, sell the news type of event. Audio, what's wrong with the audio? Is the audio messed up now? Goddess J11, is the audio messed up? Please let me know. Please let me know. But from a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event, as of right now, I'm looking for Bitcoin to go anywhere between 90,130 and about $97,500, right? Now, the key, and this is the key. The key, if we're looking for 100,000 and anything more than that, right? You're gonna look for these candlesticks to get above this area right here. Okay. Let me zoom in for you real quick, just for those that are on Instagram, anyways. Right. This is what you're looking for. So you're looking for these candlesticks, which are these red and green boxes, to start closing above this gold box right here. That means that on at least a 24-hour daily basis, right? On a 24-hour daily basis, we need to see a closure above 97,487. So once again, remember, the lower time frames bleed into the higher time frames, right? Lower time frames bleed into the higher time frames. So in order to see this move happen on a daily, right, what we'll be looking is breaking this down on a 4-hour. Hold on, let me get rid of this real quick. We only want that on the day, and we only want this on the day. So now what I'll be looking at on a 4-hour is a reversal from our most previous highs. So we stretch that out, extend that like so, right? Bring that in like so. That way y'all got a clear view of it. And now what I'm looking for on at least a 4-hour basis, 4-hour, right? 4-hour basis. Oh, hold on, move you back. All right, so we're already and for those that are part of the New Money Matrix Discord, if you're part of the New Money Matrix Discord, I already did a full updated okay, thank you, Ms. Goddess. I already did a full updated technical analysis review this morning, covered about maybe somewhere between 10 and maybe 15, 20 different cryptocurrencies for you all. So if you're part of the New Money Matrix private Discord, go check out today's update video. I talked about a lot more as far as prices with the other assets and this buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. Anyways, what I'm liking right here from a technical standpoint, right? Swing high, swing low. We were able to crack inside of the golden ratio, right? And your golden ratio is between the 61.8, the 38.2 and the 61.8 right here. And anytime you're seeing a retracement, either to the upside or to the downside, what you're going to be looking for is to get inside this golden ratio and then crack through it. So what I'm liking about this price action on a 4-hour is that from that low, we've seen a pretty smooth run up to the 50-day, as well as look how close to the 50-day coincides with the 50% Fibonacci retracement level. So you got 50 and 50 lining up with each other. Find resistance at that level, break back down, never break back below the golden ratio. Hold off not only the golden ratio, but as well as that 20-day exponential that you're seeing come in there. And then you get the continuation move, right? Giving you that extra push that you need, right? Giving you that extra push that you need. Now, on top of that, you've given that run and you've actually pierced and broke through that 61.8 golden ratio. Now what we're looking for on a 4-hour basis, and we got an hour and 55 minutes left within this 4-hour candlestick, is a push and close above 89,800. Let's just call it 90,000, right? If we can close above 90K, in my humble opinion, that will open the door for 92 to 94,000. I'm going to call it 95,000 and round up to get hit. And what that means is that, right? What that means is that from where we currently stand, we're trying to clear this area here, right? If we can clear that area, that opens up the door for us to go here. And then in my humble opinion, the way that I learned to read the charts, that opens the door for us to get into our second ratio area, what I like to call the second golden ratio, but it's not called that. I just call it that. That opens up the door for us to go here. So the idea is to clear 90,000 from 90,000, clear 95,000, and after 95,000, this is on a 4-hour basis that we're looking at this. From 95,000, we're able to get inside that $98,000 to $103,000 range. Right now, why is this important on the 4-hour? Because if we can get above the $95,000 mark right here, right? If we can get above the in fact, give me 1 second, hold on. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Okay, live video was paused. Let me wait for it to come back on. Okay, we're back in there. We're back in there. Hold on. There we go. There we go. All right. All right. All right. So now what we're looking at here, right? There we go. What we're looking at first is to clear the 61.8 from 61.8, hit 95,000, take that out as resistance, flip it into support, and then that moves us into the $98,000 to $103,000 range. Now, once again, this is a 4-hour leads into the daily. So now if we go back and look at the daily, right? Hold on, let me go back over here and turn. Let me make sure that all of these signals are only being showcased on the 4-hour. Okay, that's on the hour. Turn that off on the days. Turn this off on the days. Turn this off on the days. Turn this off on the days. And lastly, turn this off on the days. Right? I'll turn it off on the weeks. Now, let me show you something else, though, right? This is something else that I was able to identify, which could give an individual that much more indication that we do have an upside move coming. And does anybody see it? Let me just see if anybody's able to catch what I'm looking at right now. Let me see if anybody's able to catch what I'm looking at right now. Anybody able to see what I'm looking at right now? Right, which would give you an indication that we could have an incoming upside motion. Right? Anybody see what I'm looking at? Anybody see what I'm looking at over here? There's something telling you right now that you could have upside potential. I'm trying to see if anybody sees it. All right, we got RS 8915 saying divergence. What kind of divergence are we seeing? What kind of divergence are we seeing? What kind of divergence? You're right on the divergence side, but what type of divergence? And for those that don't know, divergence is just another way for difference, meaning there's a difference between things on the chart, and I'm trying to see if anybody's able to identify what those differences are. I'm only going to give a couple of minutes because I don't have a lot of time before I give it up. But what I'm going to tell you is that you do have drives, right? You do have drives of bullish divergence. You do have drives of bullish divergence. And that's indicated here, 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 and here. Well, no. Not those two. Just these three. Just these three, right? So what that means is that you have a low, a higher low, and a higher low here on the oscillator. But you have a low, a lower low, and a lower lower here on price. That's called bullish divergence. What that does is normally give you a breakout to the upside. Would love to start learning from you, bro. Any discount code this month? I don't think I have a discount code on right now. What I could do though, and this is now once again, the codes are only for past products. If you want to learn how to use the Fibonacci, that'd be a good class. What I think I'll do. At the end of this live, for those that are on live right now, write down the code 444. And I'll give a 50% discount. I don't care. I'll knock everything down by 50% for those that want to go grab any type of past classes. I'll knock everything down by 50% using the code 444. It'll be done after this class, though. So what I'm looking at here is 1 drive, 2 drive, 3 drives. What does that do? That gives you a continuation move to the upside. And even on the sell-off, we're able to hold our low higher than our previous low, right? I haven't been involved with the Discord for almost 2 years. Hey, big shout out to you for all the support. Shout out to you for all the support. Um, so now this is the route that we're looking for on a 4 hour, right? Now, if we look at this, let me see, what are these on? Let me make sure these are all turned off. Okay, I think they are. Okay, turn this off on the days and the weeks. Let's mark this off real quick. Hold on. Let me, where is, there we go, right here. Mark these lows off so you can identify them. So you got low, 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 high, high, high. This is bullish divergence. This is bullish divergence. Let me just give y'all the textbook definition real quick. That way, I'm not blowing smoke up, What is bullish divergence? Here we go, right here. Perfect example. Here we go, right here. Bullish divergence occurs when prices fall to a new low while an oscillator fails to reach a new low. This situation demonstrates that the bears are losing power and that the bulls are ready to control the market again. Often, a bullish divergence marks the end of a downtrend. So now let's go back and look. And I keep telling y'all, if y'all really want to be successful in investing and trading, you have to learn technical analysis. You got to learn it. You're not going to be successful watching the news or watching any one of these content creators. Not even, well, let me not say not even myself. People have been successful watching me, but I still like to, I would, that to me, that's like me giving them the fish. I would prefer individuals to learn how to fish themselves. But once again, based off of that definition, right? Based off of that definition, I went live with my Discord before the Trump pump, and we looked at positions to the upside based off of this divergence. Right? Seeing that we have 3 drives of bullish divergence, hey, what normally happens after that? You get a move north. So why not trade the move? But you got to be able to identify this to even want to trade that move. Other than that, individuals are just gambling. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. And for anybody that's tuning in right now, if somebody's telling you to invest in something and they're not able to break it down like I'm breaking it down for you now and tell you why that move is good and or bad, don't listen to shit subhanAllah. Don't listen to anything that they're saying. All right? Do not listen to them. I don't care what news they're talking about. I don't care what their buddy said. If they're not able to break it down from a technical standpoint, because fundamentals are only so good. If they're not able to break it down from a technical standpoint, I wouldn't take their advice. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Don't even take my advice. Just take this as a learning experience. Appreciate the gems from way back. From way back. I'm back from unfortunate circumstances. Hey, well, I'm glad you're still here with us. 100%. Life is all about trials and tribulations that many of us do go through. I myself definitely have had a number and still going through them now. So I appreciate to have you back. Appreciate to have you back. So that's what we got going on Bitcoin on the 4 hour. So now, once again, if we're able to clear, right? If we're able to clear our previous high here, which is 95,000, we're going to call, where does that put us on the daily? Where does that put us on the daily? 95,000 puts you above your 50-day exponential as well as your 50-day Fibonacci. So now if we clear the previous high on the 4 hour, it brings us into the golden ratio and above the 50% retracement level on the daily, which then opens up the door for us to crack 97,500 and make 102 to 109. All right? That's what I'm looking at. But once again, with the news coming out for this Friday, this may be a buy the rumors, sell the news type of event. So you want to kind of look at it from a aspect of being able to get your positions in, you know what I'm saying, before the pandemonium kicks in. Remember, we're not here to jump on moving trains. If you've been watching these lives for the past 6-7 years, you already know how I do, how I rock, how I try to explain it to y'all. You want to buy when nobody's buying and sell when everybody's buying, right? The perfect example. Nobody was buying this when it was dumping. No, I mean, we were. But nobody else, the general public ain't buying this. They're buying this. You know what we're doing? We're buying this and we're selling this. And at the end of the day, let me put this out there, right? Investing and trading is damn near 90% psychology. It's psychological. You can learn how to read charts and still be a poor piss trader because it's like the psychology aspect ain't there. You're too emotional. You get what I'm saying? You almost have to be like a robot. You almost have to. I'm trying to watch my language during Ramadan, but you almost got to be like a robot. Which might I add, this has been one of the easiest Ramadans I've done. I know in one aspect it's because it gets dark so early. But even outside of that, I haven't had the hunger pains, the hunger craves, or anything. You know what I mean? I'm done eating before the sun comes up. And like right now, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, I'm not even feeling it. I'm not even feeling like, man, I need something to eat. I don't even feel like that. So this has been alhamdulillah, this has been a beautiful Ramadan so far. But anyway, this is what I got on Bitcoin. So now what we got going on? Let's look at what's to expect from Trump's crypto summit. Just a real quick overview because there's a couple of other things that I really want to talk about. But Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse and strategy executive chair Michael Saylor said they had received invitations to the March 7th event. Since the U.S. President Donald Trump's AI and crypto czar, David Sachs, announced plans for the White House to host a summit featuring industry leaders and policymakers, many are questioning what the focus of the event will be. On March 7th, according to Stacks, prominent founders, CEOs, and investors from the crypto industry will meet with members of Trump's working group on digital assets at the White House, presumably to discuss policy issues related to crypto and blockchain and a potential regulatory framework. The announcement preceded the U.S. president's intention to include XRP, Solana, and Cardano in a strategic reserve stockpile being explored by the working group. Among the individuals confirmed to be attending the White House events are Trump, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, Michael Saylor, Sergey Nazarov, Chainlink co-founder, Exodus CEO JP Richardson, Sachs, and working group executive director Bo Bine. So they're already telling you, Ripple, probably see some action there. Chainlink, probably see some action there. Bitcoin, probably see some action there. Each one of these individuals represent each one of those different sectors, right? And I appreciate you for tapping in with me. I appreciate everybody that taps in and tunes in for these early rising shows. I know I've been kind of slacking this year, just due to personal things, family things going on, and trying to hold everything together and still, have enough energy for the community and keep everything that I'm running, because I'm running like 20 different things right now, just trying to keep everything stable. But anyways, Garlinghouse supported Trump's presidential campaign personally and helped pro-crypto lawmakers through Ripple's donations to the Political Action Committee. Fairshake, leading some to speculate to the other donors, including Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong, Gemini founders Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, and Kraken co-founder Jesse Powell might also attend the summit. So it's a big crypto summit. They're going to be talking about, hey, what should we do? Which direction should we go? How can we fill our pockets and such? So those are the type of things you want to pay attention to. Now, in the more DeFi news, which I like to really, hey, Ghost, what's going on, Lord? What I really like to focus on, Blockstream to launch Bitcoin lending funds with multi-billion investment. Remember, the idea and what I try to get people to understand that are just coming into the space, right? Miss Priestess Rao, what's going on? What I like to tell people is that before you get into the whole, what should I trade? What should I buy? Just learn how to self-bank. I'm going to tell you like this. Coming into this space, understanding what's really in front of you, which is a lot more than the stock market, understanding that they are actually rebuilding the financial system as we know it under our nose. You want to just come in and learn banking. Learn how to self-bank. Learn how to operate on the decentralized protocols, platforms, projects, ecosystem. Then you go out, learn how to earn passively, right? I'm going to tell you like this. In my humble opinion, you're going to make way more money and have more success learning to earn passively by way of yield farming, liquidity providing, and staking than you are just trying to trade cryptocurrencies. Like 100%. Because you're not so much interested in the in and out. You're more so worried about liquidity provisions and the amount of rewards that you're getting, right? Meaning that, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. What's going on, Miss Lavish Posh? Ramadan Mubarak. Wealthy rising. But what you're interested in and what your focus is, right? Irregardless of the market conditions, I can show anybody how to make money every single day in this space. Doesn't matter if the market's going up, market's going down. I can show you how to make a return, right? You can't do that with trading. Market goes up, market goes down, there's losses, right? As far as general accumulation, being able to provide and get something more on top of that, you can do that every day in this space. You just got to know how to maneuver through the sector. You get what I'm saying? But anyways, Blockstream is, and I'm talking about this because they're talking about Bitcoin lending, which is the aspect of that decentralized self-banking financial world. But Blockstream is set to launch 3 funds in total, 2 of which will allow institutional investors to lend and borrow with Bitcoin collateral. And like I tell y'all all the time, the biggest thing you're going to do in this space is be the bank, Joe. I'm the bank. I love to lend my money out. I'm not that big on trading anymore. Even though, pay attention, everything that I do is a trade. So before I lend out money, I'm looking for what are the best positions or what are the best liquidity provisions for me to do based off of technical analysis. Meaning that while you're looking for something to buy and cash out at the top, I'm looking for something to provide and get paid on passively every single day. And then still cash out on the top. You get what I mean? So it's a different It's a different ball game between what I'm playing and what the majority of your crypto gurus are playing. They're just telling you to buy the dip, wait for this to go up, take X amount of profit, yada, 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 yada. They're not telling you about the underlying technology that sits at the helm of this new financial system that we got going on right here. You get what I mean? Bully, do you have any yield farming classes specifically that go over Crystal DeFi? In fact, you know what? I actually got a month long. I don't know if did we cover Crystal DeFi though? I gotta ask the class, but I got a month long boot camp that I did. It's gonna be available later on today. It's 8 classes, I believe. 8 classes, 4 classes, something like that. Maybe 8 hours worth of classes. But we covered yield farming and a number of different things. I do have a number of different yield farming classes on my website. If you're interested, I think some of the ones that I know for a fact go over different forms of yield farming are going to be XLM and the Velo ecosystem. We do go over yield farming in that. But you're looking for investments in crypto, how to make your dollars work for you, passive investments. That's going to be one for sure. I actually cover yield farming in a number of different classes, but specifically just focusing on that, you're probably looking at that one. And then let me see, what would be the next one where I specifically kind of focus on yield farming? I think how to play the markets and beat the banks is it. I think how to play the markets and beat the banks. DJ and Layer 3, we did a lot of yield farming as well. But I think those are the top. But every class I damn near cover yield farming because my big thing, right? This is the way that I look at it, everyone, right? Right? Venus.io days. I got tapped them 6-hour class with Brother Rich. Yeah. I just did another 7-hour or 8-hour class with Brother Rich. 8.5 hours, I believe. But this is the biggest thing. Let me give y'all the game plan right now that you want to know to be successful in crypto. Right? Let me give you the game plan. You want to learn self-banking, number one. Hold on. Let me give y'all the ultimate game plan. Forget what everybody else is telling you. Forget what everybody else is telling you. I'm going to give you the game plan. Learn self-banking, number one. Learn self-banking. Don't worry about what coin to buy in the pump. Learn self-banking, number one. That way you got full control over your financial responsibilities. Number two, learn technical analysis. That way you're going to be knowing what markets to jump in and what markets to leave alone, right? And what markets to get out of after you've jumped in them, right? From there, really, if you know how to self-bank and you know technical analysis, your thing is you're not so much looking for the day-by-day trade. Everybody wants, how do I day trade? How do I day trade? Leave that stuff alone. Just learn how to make money off the day traders. You understand what I mean? Learn how to make money off of the day traders. What class do you recommend for learning how to recharge for those who not that good? Me personally, I prefer individuals to get one-on-ones. If you want to learn chart reading, that way I could walk you through and hold your hand with it. But if you're the type that wants to just look at, a video recording, how to use the Fibonacci tool to identify support and resistance and price targets is probably one of the most beneficial classes you can get because this is, in my humble opinion, one of the top cheats or cheat codes that you can use in the space, which is Fibonacci. Other than that, I would schedule a one-on-one. But anyways, self-banking, technical analysis, and then you want to go out and get paid off of all the traders. You ain't got to be a trader. You can get paid off all the traders every single day. That means providing liquidity, being the bank, lending out money. Who am I going to lend to? Where am I going to lend to? When am I going to lend in? You get what I mean? Is this making sense to me, what I'm telling y'all? Everything you do is a trade. When you put your energy into fiat currency, that's a trade because now you're trading that dollar against all the rest of the world's assets. Because you could have easily put that energy into something like Bitcoin, gold, silver, Ethereum. You get what I mean? Everything you do is a trade in life, especially from a financial standpoint. So think of it like this, right? I took all the courses you did with Brother Rich. I appreciate the support. If you've never had anything other than dollars and you think that you was winning because I got dollar bills, I got a big stack of money, I'm sorry, my friend. What you've been doing is shorting all the rest of the world assets. That means you've been long the U.S. dollar against gold, silver, Bitcoin, commodities, corn, oil. You get what I mean? You're holding USD versus everything else, which may be appreciating against it. Meaning that while you're holding that USD, you're actually becoming poorer. Y'all got to understand this. The name of the game is not to be filthy fiat rich. The name of the game is to reallocate your energy because that's what it is, right? Reallocate your energy into things that are going to appreciate for you. That way you don't have to put the energy into making money. Because this is the thing right here. If you don't learn how to make money for you, you're going to work for money for the rest of your for the rest of your life. You're going to work, hustle, scam, whatever it is for the rest of your life. 100%. 100%. Yeah, I'm lending to traders. I'm lending to liquidity pools, which lend to the traders, and I'm getting paid portions of the fees that they're paying back. Self-Nonsense said, I made money from the fib class and use that knowledge daily. I appreciate that. I appreciate that testimony. Right? Henry Hustle says, I took out a loan against my Bitcoin the other day for the first time after our one-on-one. Thanks for the game. I appreciate that. You're using it. You're using it. So now this is the type of money I like to accumulate right here for those that are on Instagram. This type of money I like to accumulate if we're going to talk about money. This to me is money. Fiat notes are nothing but a transacting instrument in order for me to get actual money. It's just a medium of exchange for me to get money. This is the money I like right here. If I got to have money, this is the money I like. Nothing but gold backs, nothing but gold dollars. How many guys pulling up to you in the hood, pulling gold dollars out their pocket? Probably none. Probably the only one. Get what I'm saying? Is there a certain amount that you would recommend starting with? Whatever I'm willing to lose. If I'm willing to lose $100, I'm gonna start with $100. If I'm willing to lose $1,000 because I got big bank, I'm gonna start with $1,000. The idea is you start with whatever you're willing to lose until you blow it into something that you're not willing to lose, and then you reallocate into land, gold, silver, firearms, and whatnot, because you got to have protection for your land, gold, and silver, right? You get what I mean? Bully, how many sats would you say outside of 100 million? Of course, one would need bare minimum. Trying to get my family used to talking sats. Starting with either 100,000, which ain't that much, or a million. Like, look, think of it like this: if somebody was to give you $1 million, you think you could turn it to a 100 million? Just think about that. If someone gave you $1 million, would you be able to turn it to 100 million? And then I want you to think about this. And if you say, oh yeah, man, you give me $1 million, I can turn it to 100 million. So why, if I give you 1 million sats, you can't turn it into 100 million sats, right? Let's see what a million sats is right now. So that'd be 100 million, 10 million, 1 million. A million satoshis right now. A million sats. A sat is just a small denomination of a satoshi. The satoshi is to the Bitcoin what a penny is to a dollar, right? A million satoshis for you to get started from that 1 million to $100 million journey is only $894. $894 for a million satoshis. Now, if you want, what is this? 100,000 satoshis. It's only $89. It's only $89. Okay, only $89. All right. So start your Satoshi journey. All right. Now, some of the biggest news, in fact, as we're talking about banking, some of the biggest news that I want everybody to know that's taken any of my past classes. If you have assets on the Polygon network, on Instadap or Aave, you have to take them off. They're going to be closing. They're going to be closing the lending on the Polygon chain. Okay. Polygon could lose over 300 million in TVL, which is total value locked, as Aave votes to halt lending on the POS chain. All right. Always remember, y'all, at the end of this show, if you go to my website and use the code 444, you'll be able to get whatever past class you want at a 50% discount. But it's only going to be good at the end of this live. What are some good indicators to take profits? I don't understand the question. Good indicators to take profits. It's not the indicators that are really going to tell you to take profits. It's indications of what the indicators are showing you. For a better explanation, set up a one-on-one. I'll be able to walk you through it. But it goes on to state that Aave's community has approved, because there's no one thing. Let me tell y'all something. There's no one thing that's ever going to tell you to make a buy or take profit. And people look, man, what can I use to tell me when to buy and sell? There is no one thing. It's going to be a conglomerate of different things that are going to add up and give you, okay, if this says yes, that says yes, that says yes, then I'm going to go ahead and go through it. You get what I'm saying? That's the way I would look at it. But it's never going to be just a one thing. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, that's my first time ever seeing a what was it? A no cussing zone when I was in VA. But anyways, Aave's community has approved a measure to essentially halt lending services on Polygon's POS chain by substantially increasing its risk parameters. Currently, Aave, which I like to call the JP Morgan of the space. What is the website chat? I don't understand website chat. Brother Boogie, what's going on? Big shout out to those that are part of the New Money Matrix Discord. If you want to be part of the New Money Matrix Discord and get at least 3 updated videos a week with updated chart technical analysis, go to my website, blockwallstreet.io. Scroll down to the very bottom. And just right here, join the New Money Matrix family. Just read through this, send an email. You'll be able to get into the New Money Matrix. It's one, in my humble opinion, this is one of the top learning communities within this cryptocurrency sector. You're not going to get information like what we share in there anyway. And it ain't just me. I got an army in there of individuals that are at least 5 to 10 years ahead of the rest of society. These are facts. Anyways, currently Aave is the largest decentralized app on Polygon by TVL with deposits exceeding 300 million. The move comes after Polygon's community considered a failed proposal to utilize over 1 billion in stablecoin reserves to generate a yield. So it says that Pol is on the verge of losing over 300 million in total value locked as the community running Aave, a popular liquidity protocol, appears to have overwhelmingly voted to essentially halt lending on the POS chain. Aave's community approving a proposal to forego lending services on Polygon's POS chain has been primarily driven by a negative reaction to a Polygon proposal in December to utilize more than 1 billion in stablecoin bridge stablecoins for yield generation. In response to Polygon weighing that option, Aave founder Mark Zeller authorized a proposal suggesting that the protocol impose stringent risk parameters for Aave V2 and V3 deployed on Polygon POS to discourage further deposits and prevent users from borrowing against their collateral. Zeller contended that Polygon's approach to yield generation was substantially riskier than methods employed by other chains, such as depositing ETH in a liquid stake protocols or DAI Maker DAO's saving rate model, as these yields are not exposed to bad debt. The Aave ecosystem has experienced both indirect and direct impact from bridge vulnerabilities, notably the multi-chain and Harmony bridge hacks. The initial governance post reads, additionally, depositing user funds into unsafe protocols has historically resulted in significant losses. Aave is the largest decentralized application on Polygon by total value locked. With deposit, and they're dumb. Y'all gonna get rid of your largest project. But hey, is what it is. Now, ideal resolution for Polygon. Last month, Polygon Lab CEO Mark Borin told the block that the ideal resolution would be if Aave came to the conclusion that there is no reason to be concerned and dropped. Wow, they're just saying, hey, what's wrong? And dropped any plans of ending its relationship with Polygon. Borin noted that Polygon's community voted against the plan to deploy assets on platforms like Morpho and Yearn, which are Aave competitors, and that it never advanced beyond the pre-PIP or preliminary proposal stage. That's the ideal outcome, he said. What do I think is going to happen? It's very difficult to know. It depends on how loud the community is on the Aave side. In terms of informing leadership, we want to continue to make several $1 million a year on Polygon POS and don't see why we would lose that. Polygon did not immediately respond for a request for comment on Tuesday. It goes on to state that Aave's proposal is set to be finalized on Tuesday after the Aave DAO vote to pass the measure on Monday. The adjustments are in response to an upcoming proposal that will significantly impact the risk profiles of bridge assets with Polygon Network. The measure proposes changing the loan-to-value of stablecoins like USDT and USDC on Polygon's POS to 0, essentially preventing users from borrowing against those assets. As of 12:03 p.m. Eastern Time, over 692,000 votes were in favor of leaving Polygon, with roughly 117,000 against it. This proposal demonstrates, and this is what I love this system for, because this is how a country should be ran. The way that this governance system is ran. This is how a government should be ran. This proposal demonstrates Aave's dedication to upholding the highest security measure and actively mitigating risk. That's why we should have decentralized governments and to safeguard user funds. Or you should set up your own decentralized government, your own decentralized community. Said Aave Labs founder Stanley Kolochov. As the DeFi landscape continues to evolve, and the Aave community will continue to evaluate risk and take action as necessary to enhance safety and reduce risk. On Monday, Aave posted to X that its latest upgrades was live and introduced changes in managing bad debt and liquidations, setting the stage for umbrellas. The Discord is not a play-to-pay type of thing, so you just can't pay to get in there, even though there is a monthly donation value, but it's under $100. For under $100, you're going to get 3 videos a week, which is 3, 6, 9, about 12 videos a week. Let's just say a half hour of video. So that's what? That's 1.5 hours a week. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's about 6 hours a month worth of videos you get for under $100, along with all the other information that we're sharing in there. But so once again, if you have assets on Polygon, on Aave, pay down your debt. This is what I would do, not financial advice. This is what I would do, just in case, because you don't want to get your money locked, right? I would pay down my debt, withdraw the capital, bridge it to another network, something like Optimism maybe, reallocate the capital on Optimism and just leverage my account right back up to where it was when I left off. You don't have to take a loss. As long as you're prolific, as long as you're efficient. No, as long as you're knowledgeable about what you're doing, because I couldn't think of the word to use, right? I always try to update my vocabulary in the way that I articulate myself. I try to use bigger words just because I like to have a better vocabulary. But anyways, what you want to do is as long as you understand how to maneuver through this space, this should take you nothing but about 20 minutes. It should literally take you nothing but about 20 minutes to walk through that process. So you got the Polygon thing going on. Blockstream is launching its Bitcoin lending funds to institutional investors. Once again, the biggest thing we have going on right now, y'all, is governments, countries, cities, towns, municipalities are going to start proficient. There you go. Thank you, Priestess. Are going to start buying Bitcoin. You have the position as an individual right now to front run the rest of the world. If you don't understand that, you need to have an understanding of it. All right. Would you say UTXO management is something one should be considered, especially for my DCA folks? 100%. What I would do is after maybe 10 UTXOs, accumulate all of them into one UTXO. That's what I would do, because them UTXOs could become a problem when you're trying to transfer, right? So I would definitely accumulate. What's the word? Combine, after at least 10 UTXOs into one UTXO. And the UTXO is an unspent transaction, for those that don't know. It's basically when you spend Bitcoin, think of it like this. Oh, man, do I got time to explain that? It's 8:37. I really don't. I wish I did. I'm going to go back live tomorrow and then Friday, though. I'm going to try. No, tomorrow I got to work with the young men tomorrow. So probably Friday I'm going to go back live. But I appreciate everybody that's able to tune in, tap in for the early rising show of Coffee and Crypto. 100%. If you missed this show, first off, how was the show? For those that were able to tune in for the majority of the show, how was today's show? Was it informative? Was it what you expected? Was it helpful? Or was it BS? Just let me know. Just let me know. Once again, those are the part of the New Money Matrix Discord. Please go check out the updated video that I did today for you all. Yeah, Dogon son, what's going on, big homie? And once again, I got a class coming up where I'm going to be covering 2 new blockchains. One of them they're calling it the Solana killer. So I got a class coming up, two new blockchains. Thanks. We'll connect within the week. Okay, appreciate you, Bully. Straight fire as always. I missed it, but you about to rewatch. Okay, please do rewatch. Heat as always the best game. Good information. Thank you, fam. I appreciate you. Hey, I appreciate everybody for tuning in and tap in for the early rising show of Coffee and Crypto. Until the next one, peace, power, and prosperity, family. I love you all. Make your next move your best move. Buy when nobody's buying. Sell when everybody's buying. Until the next one, peace. I'm out. This Buck? Buck who? Buck who? Who is Buck? I see you saying that this is Buck. Buck who? Margot's Doc? Did you mean to say this sucks? Nitty buddy? Nitty from Foster? Nitty, you talking about Nitty from Foster Park? Or Nitty from the Hundreds? GD Nitty. You talking about GD Nitty then, Frank Nitty, folks. You ain't talking about Mo from Foster Park. Got you. Tap in with me on IG, bro. Tap in with me on IG. I'm about to get up out of here on YouTube. But anyways, to the next one. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. I'm out of here. If you missed the show, go back and watch the show.